St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 62-54 in a big comeback. They trailed by 11 at halftime, and in the first game, it was the U.S. Virgin Islands over Antigua. You can get all the tournament updates on our tournament website, Tortola2015.com. Watch live streams and get all the scores, stats, and highlights from the 2015 CBC Championships held here in Road Town, Tortola. Just moments away from tip-off. Cal, who do you give the edge to in this one?
I got to go with Jamaica. As I said, they're the defending champions from the 2014 CBC tournament.
Taking a look at the starters for Jamaica: Tarita Gordon, Rashida Akins, Althea Byfield, Simone Jackson, and Unique Gordon. For Guyana, Marisa Lewis, Janelle Eiffel, Nicola Jacobs, Tamara Hunter, and Miriam McKenzie. Teams are on the court getting ready to jump. It's going to be Janelle Eiffel for Guyana and Unique Gordon for Jamaica. Carlos Roman says we're ready to go. Ball's in the air, and we are underway. Tip to Guyana, controlled by Nicola Jacobs. Hunter into the front court, right wing. Mishandles a little bit. Marisa Lewis now puts up a shot. That's a long deuce. Actually, they're going to say that was a three, no good. Rebound Byfield.
It's going to be very tough for the Guyana team to get inside, as Jamaica has two tall players inside the paint.
And that was just a one-shot possession for Guyana. Meanwhile, at the other end, Jamaica can't really come up with much offensively. Guyana running the floor. Hunter to Lewis left side, now inside to Eiffel. Back out to McKenzie. Jump shot, rattles around and in. And Guyana has the first bucket of the game. They lead 2-0.
Beautiful shot from McKenzie as she's looking to continue her scoring prowess, as she had 24 points in last night's contest.
Gordon and Byfield having some trouble getting the offense going. Now it's Jackson right wing. 8 to shoot. She moves to her left. Bulls her way into the lane and gets tied up. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Jamaica.
Seen a lot of jump balls in this tournament so far. Seen a lot of scrappy play from a lot of the teams in this tournament.
5 to shoot for Jamaica. Jackson to inbound. Gets it inside. Beautiful play to the inside. They found Unique Gordon. She went up, put it up, and got fouled. The foul is going to be on Tamara Hunter, her first.
Unique Gordon, clear height advantage over the Guyana players, went up for the basket and was fouled.
Free throw is short, and it remains 2-0 Guyana. 8:52 to play first period.
I expect to see this Jamaica team putting a lot of pressure on Guyana, bringing the ball up court before the first quarter is done.
Second free throw by Unique Gordon is good, and it's 2-1 in favor of Guyana. McKenzie to her right, giving it up to Lewis. She gets her way into the lane, puts it up from just inside the free throw line, and she travels. So a turnover for Guyana. Tarita Gordon now going to get knocked away. The foul is going to be on number 15, Miriam McKenzie.
McKenzie just a little too aggressive there with the hand check, and she's going to have to be careful because this Guyana team needs her to stay in the game.
Akins to inbound, finally gets it. Jackson on the attack, moving to her left. Inside now, back out. Jump shot on the way, baseline from Simone Jackson. That's no good. Rebound Guyana. That's Miriam McKenzie. She's running the floor. Bounce pass, nicely done left side. But Nicola Jacobs can't finish, and here comes Jamaica back the other way. Bounce pass goes off the ankle of Tarita Gordon, bouncing her right over by me. Here, hang on, let me get the ball.
This Guyana team has got to be able to connect on easy buckets like that if they want to have a chance to stay in this game.
Absolutely. You've got to take advantage when you can, when you have an easy bucket like that against this Jamaica team. Well, Jackson into the corner now, working the triangle offense. Nicely shot off the glass by Jackson. That was no good. I beg your pardon, Gordon.
And Craig, I've just realized that Jamaica have sat two of their usual starters, which is George and Smith. So they're using their bench play a little more in the early parts of this game.
Well, both of those players had heavy minutes last night. Shanika Smith played 36 minutes, Jennifer George 29. So maybe they're getting a little rest as well tonight.
Shanika Smith, who's probably one of the best players in this tournament. She had a couple NBA looks last year, and she was the MVP of the 2014 CBC tournament.
Lung jumper on the way. Right wing is good by Simone Jackson, and she gets fouled. She will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Foul on number 13, Tamara Hunter.
Beautiful shot and concentration by Jackson.
So it's 3-2 now, pending the free throw in favor of Jamaica. 7:20 to play. First quarter just underway here in the third game of the day at the Multi-Sports Complex in Roadtown. Free throw is no good, but right there for the putback is Unique Gordon, and it's a 5-2 lead for Jamaica. I guess that's better than the and one.
Gordon got to put a body on Gordon as she was able to get that rebound without any hesitation. Went back up for the deuce.
Lewis between the rings, around the screen by Jacobs. Tries to get a pass up, but not sure if she was trying to pass it or shoot it, but she tried to get it through four outstretched arms of the Jamaica defense, and it went out of bounds. It's going to remain Guyana ball with 7 to shoot. Now Lamont
checking in the game as she was trying to enter the game with her shooting shirt on.
Althea Byfield sits down. 5 to shoot now. And Guyana can't really get anything. Aikens at the other end on the fast break with the left hand layup, and that's good. And it is 7-2 in favor of Jamaica, and Guyana wants timeout. Julian Hayden says, boy, we started off okay, and all of a sudden Jamaica is running.
Guyana is going to have to get back on defense as this Jamaica team switches end to end quicker than any of the teams in this tournament.
Is it just a matter, do you think, of Jamaica kind of getting their feet under them in this contest? Because Guyana was keeping up with them and had some open looks early, but now it seems like Jamaica really has taken control thus far.
I think Jamaica has settled down and they're into their game right now. Jamaica's a well-oiled machine, and it's only a matter of time before they start making the moves.
Let's take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll resume first quarter action at the Multi-Sports Complex in Roadtown, Tortola. Welcome back to the Multi-Sports Complex in Roadtown on Tortola, the beautiful British Virgin Islands. Glad you can be with us, watching wherever you're watching from, across the Caribbean or around the world. Craig Feda alongside Cal White, former national team player for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
That was a long time ago.
Looked like you could still suit it up, though.
I probably could give him about 5 minutes.
All the great ones think they've got one good player, one good quarter left in them. Jackson corralling the loose ball underneath the bucket. And she runs by the defense, right wing. Cross-court pass to Gordon. She puts up the three. Bang! Tarita Gordon hits the three, and it's 10-2 in favor of Jamaica. Guyana into the front court. McKenzie getting it to Lewis. Now cross to Tamara Hunter. Back to Eiffel. She puts up the 18-footer. Back iron, no. Rebound. Lamont had it. And then Eiffel rips it out of there, and now a whistle.
Eiffel, a tall, lanky player who can she can get physical in there. It's not a bad play at all.
Foul's going to be on Simone Jackson. Now Loretta Gordon going in for Jamaica. You made a good point during the break off the air. You said this isn't the usual starting five for Jamaica. Could that have contributed to their, I guess, you can't really call it a slow start when they're up 10-2, but the first minute or two, maybe there were some chemistry issues on the floor.
I think Coach Eatman is trying to see how many minutes he can buy for his starters. Remember, there's a lot of basketball left in this tournament. If he can get them some rest and still come through with a win, that's great for this Jamaican team.
Gordon driving the dish, and the three-pointer is no good. Here comes Guyana back the other way. McKenzie, little jump stop. Nice move with the right hand off the glass, and it's 10-4 in favor of Jamaica. 5:15 to play, first quarter. Gordon. And now to the other Gordon. She hits the floater in the lane. Nice move by Loretta Gordon.
Gordon to Gordon. I like that combination.
Makes the play-by-play easy. Lewis misses the three at the other end. Rebound to Yannick Gordon. Now here's Loretta. Kick out, almost a travel. Long jumper on the way by Tarita Gordon, no good. 3 Gordons on the roster for Jamaica. McKenzie with a long three, and that is good. 12-7 in favor of Jamaica. And just like that, here comes Guyana.
McKenzie starting to feel it a little bit. That was a heat check shot, and McKenzie's taking it up.
That's when you hit one of those. Next time down the floor, you're clapping your hands wherever you are. Now jump shot at the other end by Loretta Gordon is no good. Rebound to Guyana. Into the front court. Nice feed to Janelle Eiffel, and she finishes.
And that's what this Guyana team got to do against this Jamaica team. Get some easy buckets before they can set up in their half-court defense.
12-9 in favor of Jamaica. 3:52 to play first quarter. Jackson and Byfield getting set to check back in for Jamaica. Now it's LaDonna Lamont in the corner, back up top to Gordon. Her floater is no good, but a foul is called. They are going to get Tamara Hunter on the foul.
Anytime you're playing against a team who's really good in the half-court set, your best offense is to get easy buckets. Try to get buckets before the team can set up on defense.
Andrews and Rodney into the game now for Guyana. Going to the free throw line is Tarita Gordon. She hit on 60% of her free throws last night. Misses both of them here. Rebound snapped out of there by Kean Andrews. Now Eiffel at the other end, a lot of contact, no call. Looked like Eiffel got bumped by Althea Byfield on the way up, but no whistle.
That's part of the adjustment for FIBA basketball. Referees let you play a lot more than some of these girls are used to in college.
Yep. Now a foul in the backcourt.
Remember
Some
my
confusion
first
by the scorer's table as to who's coming in. Sorry, Cal.
Remember my first FIBA tournament? I thought I was playing football out there.
Well, I just had the privilege of traveling with an American pro minor league team in China for 22 days, played a series of games against a couple of first division Chinese teams, a team from Belgrade and the Cuban national team. And I know exactly what you're talking about. Some of the guys were really surprised who had not played international basketball before.
It's definitely a big adjustment.
So Tarita Gordon back to the free throw line. Books that one. Both free throws good. It is now 14-9, 3.5 minutes to play first quarter. Rodney into the front court, getting it to Lewis, right wing. Back to Andrews. Now left wing to Lewis. 10 to shoot and a whistle.
Guyana's going to have to try to get Lewis going, as she was very effective last night, as Marissa Lewis had 23 points.
Foul is on Althea Byfield. Just the second team foul. And Jamaica making Guyana work to get it in. 10 to shoot, now a long three on the way from McKenzie. That misses badly to the right, rebound Byfield. And here comes Jamaica. To Rita Gordon, into the corner to Loretta Gordon.
I wonder if they're all related.
That's something a good color man would know, Cal. Jump shot from the elbow is no good. Now Rodney around the screen, left side to McKenzie, lob inside to Christina Mitchell. I beg your pardon, that was to Janelle Eiffel. She misses, but then a whistle.
Guyana's starting to get some easy buckets inside, as Eiffel did a wonderful job getting in the paint. Wasn't able to make the shot, but Andrews was there for the putback.
Another foul on Byfield, and so I think all three Gordons are on the floor now as Yannick Gordon comes on. So I've got a 60% chance of being right when I say Gordon with the shot. Andrews rattles the first free throw home, and it's 14 to 10. Andrews knew that one was going to be short. She put it up and ran in after it.
Definitely didn't use her legs in that shot. She shot it standing straight up.
Now Rashida Akins checking in for Jamaica. 14-10 in favor of Jamaica. 2:34 to play first quarter. Gordon in the corner. Loretta Gordon, to be more specific. Nice rebound by Yannick Gordon. Jackson to her right. Gordon in the corner. Now Byfield with the shot. They're gonna say there was a whistle before the shot. Foul's gonna be on number 6, Sonia Rodney.
Guyana is just turning and going for the rebounds as the shots are being put up. They have to put bodies on the Jamaica's players and box them up and stop some of those second chance points.
That's one of those maybe where Jamaica can take advantage with a shot fake and then go around the defender when she turns around to look for the rebound and get an easy lay it. Free throw by Loretta Gordon is good. 15 to 10 now, 2.25 minutes to play first quarter. Second free throw, nothing but net for Gordon. 16-10.
Beautiful defense by Gordon, as she was able to deflect the ball off of Lewis. Jamaica ball.
Jackson into the front court as you hear the Jamaica coaching staff off to our right. Now the steal on the errant pass. Nice steal by Keen Andrews. And now a tie-up near midcourt between Loretta Gordon and Sonia Rodney.
Beautiful hustle play by
to Guyana.
By Loretta Gordon, as she didn't give up on the play. She was able to hustle back and tie the ball up.
Inside of 2 minutes. 6-point lead for Jamaica. Lewis, three-pointer. That's no good. It was nothing but net. Unfortunately, it did not pass through the cylinder first. And it's Jamaica ball.
Lewis played 31 minutes last night. Looking like she's still a little fatigued from the game last night.
How hard is it to play in a tournament like this when you're playing sometimes 3 and 4 nights in a row?
You definitely feel it on the body. It's not like most tournaments when you have a day rest. To play 4 games back-to-back in 4 days, you definitely got to be in shape.
When does it really start to hit you? Does it hit you in the second game, the third game, or?
Well, I think it all depends on how shaped the individual is. If you're a person that's not in shape, you'll definitely feel it after the first game. Most athletes that are in shape recover fast. At this level, you have a lot of players doing ice bath and the trainers with you doing a lot of work. So a lot of these girls look like they're in pretty good shape, so they should be all right.
Great defense by Akins to force the turnover, and it's going to be Jamaica ball. Jamaica leading 16-10 with 1:16 to play first quarter here at the Multi-Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And a carry by Jackson.
That's one of the new rules that FIBA officials are looking for this year, the palming of the ball. They've made that call quite a bit.
Rodney ahead to Andrews, now to Lewis. Seems like Jamaica's challenging every inbound pass, everything. Now Eiffel getting it out to Lewis, 5 to shoot. Now a 3 on the way, almost banked it in, and the rebound snared by by Miriam McKenzie. Now Jackson comes away with it after the scrum on the floor. Is she going to take it all the way? She does, can't get it to go.
Both teams very scrappy right now, and they're still looking to get in a rhythm in their offense.
Now Tarita Gordon getting set to check back in for Jamaica. She replaces Larita Gordon.
This Guyana team is going to have to get a lot of those loose balls. Coach Eatman doing a lot of subbing in the early parts of this first quarter.
Those 50-50 balls, they're going to have to get a lot of breaks going their way. McKenzie getting past Akins, bounce pass to Eiffel, a little bit too far, and that's a turnover.
McKenzie looking for Eiffel to cut to the basket on that play, as she was able to draw the defender, but Eiffel just stayed put.
Shot clock is off, 20 seconds to play first quarter. Jackson into the front court, picked up by McKenzie. To her left to Akins, now the bounce pass to Lamont, now right side to Tarita Gordon. Down to 4 from the left elbow is Akins. Shot will go. It falls in as time expires in the first period, and that's how the first quarter is going to end. 18-10 in favor of Jamaica over Guyana. We are back in 2 minutes from the Multi-Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola. Welcome back to the Multi-Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Craig Fada, Cal White on the call. Glad you can be with us. This is our third game of 4 in preliminary group play. We had 4 games yesterday, including a lovely opening ceremony.
Beautiful
right here
play.
And right now it's 18-10 in favor of Jamaica as we go to the second quarter.
Beautiful play by Tarita Gordon as she was using the high screen to get the cutting teammate for the easy deuce to end the quarter.
Timothy Eatman directing Yannick Gordon using her nickname, Jiggy.
Coach Eatman is a little more subtle than Coach Jackson from last year. She was very, very entertaining, sweetheart. They call her the Jamaican Hurricane. Played for the WNBA Seattle Storm.
Now I'm not sure what the holdup is here. One of the official scorers at the table is holding play up. Not quite sure why.
Waiting to get all the numbers of the players that's on the court right now.
And we're good to go. Now we begin the second quarter of play. If you're anywhere near Road Town in the British Virgin Islands or any of the U.S. Virgin Islands or anywhere close, if you've got a boat, come on out to Road Town. This is an exciting tournament. We've already had several exciting games, some great individual performances. There's a wonderful atmosphere outside, music and food, lights and sounds, tastes and smells. What a great time here in Road Town, and it's only going to get more and more fun over the next week and a half as we finish up the women's tournament and then head to the men's tournament next week.
Have a lot of wonderful basketball left to be played, and it's only going to get better.
Now a foul called on the pass inside to Yannick Gordon. I don't think I know her well enough to call her Jiggy, but so we'll call her Yannick. The foul was on Janelle Eiffel, her first.
Eiffel got caught with the hand in the cookie jar trying to use 2 hands in the back of the defender, which was another rule that was outlawed in FIBA.
Now a long 3 on the way by Tarita Gordon, no good, and here comes Guyana back the other way. McKenzie loses the handle, but it goes off of one of the Jamaica players, so it's going to remain Guyana ball.
When you have your big players running the floor like that, it just makes you want to play defense.
Kind of break down what you can do with your hands on defense in the post. 2 hands in the back, never okay.
The emphasis on the rule now, they want defenders to put that hand there and take it off. A couple years ago, you was able to put the hand there and leave it there in the back, but now you got to take it off.
You could even put the forearm in back and leave the forearm there.
It got to be a touch and remote.
Yeah, can't use it to get any separation, only to maintain your vertical space. Now a pretty turnaround jumper in the lane is no good, and Guyana comes away with the rebound. Marisa Lewis running, pulling up in the right wing, around the screen by Eiffel. Left side, long jumper on the way is no good. Jackson, right wing. Getting the offense set up. Tried the high-low, it wasn't there, moved it back to the right. Jumper won't go, rebound McKenzie. And now a foul.
Tarita Gordon loves that floater as she's put it up several times already.
Rashida Akins with the foul for Jamaica. Danielle Johnson into the game now for Jamaica.
Both coaches using their bench.
And Nicola Jacobs. No, they're not going to let Jacobs in. Oh, she's the inbounder.
Jamaica's starting to step their defense up a little bit as you hear Coach Eatman asking his players to step it up and trap this ball.
Yeah. Coach Eatman just a few feet away from us, and he's becoming more and more animated as his team maintains this 10-point lead. It's 20-10 with 7:55 to play. He wants them to start to step on the accelerator defensively a little bit. Jackson, bounce pass inside, nicely done. And then Danielle Johnson, pushed as she goes up for the shot, reels out of there backwards. The foul is going to be on number 11, Nicola Jacobs, and Johnson will go to the free throw line.
Beautiful offense by the Jamaican team as they was able to go inside to Unique Gordon. Gordon able to pass it back out, and Jamaica passed it right back in.
Now Larita Gordon back in for Jamaica. She replaces Tarita Gordon.
Little stoppage in play as trying to clean up the floor. As always, safety is first.
Players for the next game starting to filter in, coming up at approximately 9 o'clock. It's going to be Barbados against the British Virgin Islands.
British Virgin Islands with a spectacular showing last night in front of their home crowd. And they got these local fans excited, Craig, because
there was a lot of energy in the building.
This is the first time in years that the VVI has had a female team in a tournament like this.
22-10 now in favor of Jamaica. Now a foul called.
And Coach Eatman once again showing his players the correct stance to guard the players on the floor. He's making me feel like I want to go out there and guard somebody.
Guyana breaks the press, and Jacobs has her shot blocked by Johnson. Johnson had a clean block, but there was a lot of body underneath. And she's going to draw her first foul.
Jacobs doing the right thing, attacking the defender, and she was able to draw contact. A lot of free throws being shot in this game.
That one by Jacobs up and in. 22-11 in favor of Jamaica, 7:36 to play. And Jacobs lines up the second free throw, launches it, and hits it. Lead back to 10. Jackson into the front court. To Johnson, and now inside. They were trying to, I believe, hit Unique Gordon. And the ball skitters out of bounds. It's going to go to Guyana. Nicely done by Guyana to break the press. Jacobs, little hop step into the lane and off the glass, and good for Jacobs. And it's 22-14.
Beautiful move by Nicola Jacobs. And that's what this Guyana team is going to have to do, get easy buckets, try to push the ball, get some transitional scores.
McKenzie with a chance at another easy bucket. 1-on-3, puts it up off the glass, rolls out, no good. Johnson the rebound. Now the left-hand layup attempt by Gordon is no good. Ball out of bounds. That's going to go to Guyana. Byfield back in now for Jamaica. Marisa Lewis working up against a little pressure by Akins. Ahead to McKenzie. Pretty left-hand move into the lane, up and in. 22-16 now in favor of Jamaica.
McKenzie's a good player. She's very aggressive going to the basket.
Now left side and a travel, and Guyana will have a chance to cut into this lead even more. They've gotten it down to 6 after trailing by as many as 12.
And just like that, Guyana is back in the game.
Boy, and Guyana had a chance to get it up against the press. And there was some confusion between McKenzie and Jacobs as to who was going to take the pass.
McKenzie a little confused as to why she was called for the foul, as she thought that she was the one that got pushed.
So Tarita Gordon back in for Jamaica. Rashida Aikens sits down. Jackson to her right. 6:10 to play second quarter. 6-point lead for Jamaica. 22-16. Jackson into the corner for Gordon. Along the baseline, shot won't go, but she draws the foul. And Tarita Gordon will go to the free throw line.
Beautiful move by Gordon as she was able to scrape down the baseline. As a defender, you got to get your foot in that baseline and send the offender back to the middle.
The foul on Sonia Rodney, her second. Free throw by Gordon up and good, 23-16 in favor of Jamaica. She hits them both. Tarita Gordon, a fast free throw shooter. It seems like some guys and gals take forever at the free throw line. They go through a pre-shot routine like a professional golfer lining up a 3-foot putt. She got right up there and shot him.
Gordon trying to get rid of the ball like it's a hot potato.
McKenzie now, 5 to shoot. Crossover dribble, putting up the 3. That rattles out. Rebound to Larita Gordon. And now a foul called as Jamaica tries to advance the ball.
Lewis set a strong ball screen just now. Don't know we missed it, but players was flying on the ground.
And now a timeout called by Guyana. We're back in a minute from the Multisports Complex in Roadtown on Tortola, British Virgin Islands. This is Tortola 2015. Welcome back to the Multisports Complex in Roadtown on Tortola, British Virgin Islands. Welcome wherever you happen to be tuning in from, across the Caribbean or around the world. Glad you can be with us. Craig Fada, Cal White, bringing you the action as Jamaica leads Guyana 24-16, 5:34 to play second quarter. If we can do a little bit of housekeeping, our producer director, if he can hear me, the light on my microphone is red. I'm not sure if that means I've got a bad battery. It'll need to be changed at halftime, but you might want to turn yours on, partner. There you go. Who has more fun than people? That's what I like to say.
I think I once did 5 minutes of a game with my microphone off.
Best 5 minutes of broadcasting we ever did, right? Foul on Loretta Gordon, her first. McKenzie like a jet into the front court. Beautiful thread-the-needle pass to Keen Andrews. She puts it up and in, and it's 25-18. 5:15 to play second quarter.
Kenzie doing what she does, was able to penetrate and draw the defender, was able to drop the ball off for the easy bucket.
Unique Gordon getting ready to check back in for Jamaica. And now The ball goes off of Guyana with 7 to shoot. Jamaica will retain possession.
Coach Eatman really utilizing his bench.
Tarita Gordon, long three-pointer for the left wing, no good. Rebound taken by Unique Gordon. Now Guyana comes away with it. That's McKenzie. She finds DeRouche. That's a shot off the glass that won't go. Now the floater in the lane by Tarita Gordon, and that's good. 27-18, the lead back up to 9.
That's got to be Tarita Gordon's favorite shot.
Yeah, and that's a shot, and I'm sure you as a player, you can practice that shot, and it's a difficult shot to practice. It's something that's instinctive. If a coach says, go around this folding chair and hit 10 floaters, you might hit 2 or 3 of them. But in a game, you're going to hit more than that. Now a stoppage at the other end. Guyana scores, but it looked like Unique Gordon got hit in the sternum.
I think she got the air knocked out of her.
Yeah, that's never a good feeling. Back underway. Zandria Dell. She did not play last night for Jamaica. Left-handed little point guard, getting it to Tarita Gordon. 10 to shoot. Nice pass inside from Gordon to Gordon. Tarita to Unique.
Technique basketball as Tarita Gordon was able to draw the defender, dropped it off for the easy lay.
29-20 Jamaica. Now Andrews, looked like she hopped, but no traveling call. DeRouche, her jumper from 18 won't go. Rebound Jackson. And now a turnover by Simone Jackson. It's going to be a Guyana ball. 3:34 to play.
Beautiful defense by McKenzie as she was able to get her hand on the ball, deflected off the Jamaica player. And just like
Jackson
that, Guyana gave it back.
Pass, yeah. Little drop pass underneath. Nicely done by Danielle Johnson. And I think if Jamaica just keeps this pressure up, they'll be able to force Guyana into mistakes and turnovers like they have been. 11-point lead now for Jamaica, 31-20. Jacobs off the glass hard and a foul called. I believe they're going to get Danielle Johnson. They are. I think that's going to be her second.
Kudos to Coach Eatman if he can pull this win out without using Sharika Smith and Jennifer George, his 2 leading scorers, and he can get them a lot of rest, as Smith seems to be hampering an Achilles injury from earlier on yesterday.
That foul was on Danielle Johnson, her second. Free throw by Jacobs was good, 31-21. Janelle Eiffel trying to get back in. All sorts of confusion as to who's on the floor. And now a technical foul issued against Guyana, I believe, for improper substitution. I think Janelle Eiffel came onto the floor without being acknowledged, and they're going to get Jamaica for a technical foul. I thought they called the T on Guyana.
So Jacob is shooting.
Jacobs misses the technical free throw. Boy,
Actually, Jacob was shooting her foul shot, and now Jamaica goes to the line to shoot her free throw. I think it's one of the problems that a lot of these college players have. You're so used to going to the table and running in the game.
Yep.
In FIBA, you got to sit down and make sure you're checked into the game.
Okay, so it was a technical foul against the Guyana bench, but they let Jacobs shoot her second free throw first.
So it should be a technical foul shot, and I think Jamaica retains the ball.
Tarita Gordon hits the technical free throw, and it will be Jamaica's ball. Now Aikens in for Jamaica. Now Ifill comes in for Guyana. Meanwhile, it's a 32-21 lead for Jamaica, 3:08 to play second quarter. Zandria Dell hounded by McKenzie, the much larger McKenzie, now Byfield. Left side to Aikens. Tried to get it into the post, but the defense was there. Now Jackson on the drive. She kicks it out. Shot from the right baseline, just barely ticks the rim. Caught inside nicely by Rashida Aikens, and she goes back up and lays it in.
Aikens making her presence felt as soon as she checked into the game, as she was able to come up with the offensive rebound.
34-21 Jamaica, biggest lead of the game, I believe, at 13, and now a foul called against Jamaica. That's going to be on number 6, Zandria Dell. Lewis will go to the line for 2. Free throw is good. 34-22.
Lewis having a quiet night, and she hasn't able to get going yet. She had 23 points yesterday.
Second free throw, no good, so that's what the score remains. 2:22 to play second quarter. Now ripped out of there by McKenzie. Lewis pushing, now to McKenzie in the corner. Back up top to Lewis. Shuffled the feet, no call. Now the nice pass to Janelle Ifill. She can't finish from in close, but great ball movement by Guyana. And now the shot inside by Lewis won't go, and here comes Jamaica back the other way. Jackson challenging Jacobs, and a carry.
Great call by the official, as the Jamaican player was able to palm the ball.
Great call by the official, but great defense by Nicola Jacobs to make the defender, or rather make the offensive player, go around her and make a move. She had good defensive position. Make the offensive player do something. McKenzie, baseline jumper from 12 feet. That's short. Jackson the rebound. Inside of 2 minutes, 1:44 to play. Second quarter, Jamaica leading 34-22. Dell, right side. Now they feed the post. Back outside. Tried to get it to Gordon inside. Guyana comes away with it.
Great defense by Guyana defender.
McKenzie feeding Ifill. She hits the turnaround jumper. That's no good.
Ifill is getting her look. She's just not able to convert.
Now the bounce pass inside, intercepted by McKenzie, but it goes out of bounds. That's going to be Jamaica ball.
And McKenzie's all over the floor. It seems like we're calling her name in every play.
Well, after playing last night and playing like this tonight, she's going to need some oxygen, some IV fluids, some massage, all sorts of stuff at halftime.
She played 39 minutes in the contest last night.
That's brutal. In the overtime game, I saw one of the players played all 45 minutes.
Wow.
Nice pass inside, a beautiful hook reverse shot by Gordon won't go. She gets it back off the rebound. Shot off the glass, no good. Volleyballed around. Ball out of bounds. I believe that's going to be, I thought it was going to be Guyana ball. It's going to be Jamaica ball, full 24. 55.9 to play in the first half. Jamaica with a 34-22 lead.
Coach Eatman wants Jiggy, as he calls her, to get a little closer to the basket on the cuts. By tomorrow, I'll have all the players' nicknames.
Some of them you can't say on TV. Rodney back into the game now for Guyana. Akins, left wing, around the screen. McKenzie with the steal. She's got a breakaway. Right-hand layup, up and in. Down to a 10-point lead, 35 seconds to play, 34-24.
And there she goes again, McKenzie getting in the mix.
McKenzie hounding Zandria Dell. Now Rodney hounding Dell. And Dell dribbles it off her leg, but it goes off of, I believe, Jacobs. It's going to be Jamaica ball, but only 8 to shoot. 18.7 left on the game clock.
Beautiful ball pressure by the Guyana team as they was able to force Guyana. 8 seconds less than shot clock.
Jackson between the rings. Crossover dribble picked up on the double team. Now to Byfield, lobs inside. She did not get that shot off. Good call by the officials. They had it. Even if that ball had gone in, it would not have counted. And so it's going to be Guyana ball with 9.7 and a chance to get the lead inside of 10 points going into halftime.
Great defensive pressure by that Guyana team as they was able to force a turnover.
Yeah, you'd imagine Jamaica's going to pressure here, and they do. Sonia Rodney finally into the front court. 3, now 2. Shot by McKenzie. They're not going to get it off. Did they get it off? They did, but that's no good. I didn't think she got it off, but the official on the far side said it would have counted had it gone in, but it did not. That's how the first half is going to end, with Jamaica leading Guyana 34-24. When we come back, we will have a look at the first half statistics. This is the Women's 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships at the Multisports Complex in Roetown on Tortola in the beautiful British Virgin Islands. We're back after this. Welcome back to the Multi-Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. Our third game of the night, 7th overall in preliminary round play in the Women's 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships. Jamaica leading Guyana 34-24 as we wrap up halftime. Cal White, got to look at the statistics.
Yeah, it was a real scrappy first half. Both teams was trying to get settled down. For Guyana, it was Marianne McKenzie with 13 points and 6 rebounds. She was all over the floor, offensively and defensively. For the Jamaica team, it was Tarita Gordon with 12 points and Yannick Gordon with 7 points. Jamaica had 18 points in the paint, followed by 15 for Guyana. On the rebounding board, it was Jamaica with 19, Guyana with 15. So it was a pretty close matchup, although the scoreboard shows a 10 points different.
I'm actually kind of surprised that the points in the paint was that close.
I expected Jamaica to be way ahead on the rebounding tip, but Guyana kept it really close. Therefore, they're down 10 points. I look for Guyana to try to get the ball in the paint a little more in the fast break points, and it has been very effective for that team.
I think the game would be even closer if Eiffel were able to finish on a couple of plays in that first half. We might be looking at a 6 or even a 4-point game.
Eiffel had a lot of chances down low, wasn't able to connect on all of them, but look for her to continue to try to score down in the post.
Wherever you are around the Caribbean, hope you can join us at some point for the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships. We have the women this week in Road Town on Tortola. Next week, it's the men. We've had some very exciting basketball so far, a great atmosphere. The atmosphere last night when the British Virgin Islands beat Guyana was absolutely electric in here, and it's only going to build as we get toward the final of the women's bracket, and then as the men take the floor. Going to be a lot of fun. It's a great atmosphere, a great building, a lot of fun outside the building. Come on out wherever you are around the Virgin Islands, U.S. or British, or anywhere around the Caribbean. Hop on your boat, take a ferry, find your way to Road Town, and come out here and see some good basketball and have some fun. Maybe you can even get an autograph from the former national team player, Cal White.
I think a lot of that excitement last night had to do with that BVI team wasn't expected. A lot of the local people didn't expect them to win a game. They was looking for the team to get a lot of experience in this tournament. So I know a lot of the fans was quite surprised with BVI to come out with that win.
Can a win like that, especially in the first game, can that really carry you through an entire tournament?
It not only carries you through the tournament, but now it gets a lot of the more females that live on the island to possibly come out and try to play basketball for their national team.
Just moments away from the start of the second half. You can hear the FIBA anthem playing in the background. Craig Fada, Cal White, glad you can be with us wherever you're watching from on the live stream on Tortola2015.com. You can also follow us on Facebook at Caribbean Basketball Federation, or Confederation rather, or on Twitter at Carib Basketball. Beg your pardon, that's actually at Carib Basket, not basketball. CARIBE-BASKET with the @ sign in front of it. Game updates. We post pictures, occasionally throw up some video, and we're underway here in the second half. Guyana with a chance to chip into this 10-point lead. McKenzie left wing. She's picked up by Larita Gordon. Shot inside is no good. Rebound Guyana. That's no good. And rebound to Jamaica. Pushed up the floor by Tarita Gordon. To Aikens, right wing. Now back to Tarita. Now on the left wing, it's Simone Jackson. She backs out, 10 to shoot. Calls for the screen. Now right side to Tarita Gordon. Puts the shot up, has it blocked, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Jamaica ball with 3 to shoot. I believe that was McKenzie on the block.
And there she goes, starting the second half just like she finished the first half. All over the place with a block.
Jamaica fails to get a shot off. Rodney to Lewis. She drives, bumps into her own player, and they're going to say she traveled. She bounced off of Janelle Eiffel.
Eiffel apologizing for being in the way of Lewis.
If she had bounced off the defender, it would have been a foul, but she bounced off her own player, and it was a travel.
Coach Eatman still utilizing his bench, still buying time for 2 of his starters, Jennifer George and Shanika Smith.
Jackson drives baseline, gets a little too deep. She kicks it out. Jumper by Rashida Akins, no good. Still no score here in the second half.
A lot of
Now
contact
Rodney,
down there, but no call.
And then Eiffel finishes, and it's an 8-point lead, 34-26.
Sometimes as an offensive scorer, when you're having a hard night, you need an easy bucket like that to get you going. Let's see if that helps spark Eiffel.
Unique Gordon, left side to Rashida Akins. She's hounded by McKenzie. Back to Tarita Gordon. Long deuce on the way, no good. Rebound McKenzie. McKenzie, you'd think at the pace she plays. Eiffel at the other end can't finish with the right hand off of the gorgeous pass by McKenzie, but the pace at which McKenzie is playing, you have to think she's got to run out of gas at some point.
Eiffel having a tough night at the bucket as she blew another easy layup.
Sometimes that thing's just got a lid on it, but you got to keep shooting, especially when you're in close to Rita Gordon. Another floater, that one misses. And Guyana with a chance to get a little closer. McKenzie driving on Jackson, gives it up underneath to Eiffel. Beautiful pass. Eiffel wasn't expecting it. She gets it back, kicks it out. 3 on the way, no. Rebound by Byfield.
Eiffel got to start looking for the ball as her players are definitely breaking down the Jamaica defenders, and she's getting a lot of wide open shots.
Now inside, it's Unique Gordon. She gets fouled on the way up, going up with the left hand. She's going to go to the free throw line. Foul is on Eiffel.
I think that was a frustration foul by Eiffel as she knew she was supposed to make that layup.
That's going to be 2 on Eiffel. Free throw by Unique Gordon is up and in, 35-26.
Coach Eatman probably sensing that this Guyana team is worn down, telling his players to run the floor, keep the pressure on.
It seems like Guyana has to work as hard as they can for every basket and every defensive stop. And that's eventually going to take its toll as well, where sometimes Jamaica can get easy buckets and come up with some defensive stops just because of their size. Now, here comes Gordon. Baseline, pass inside, nicely done to Unique Gordon. Her shot won't go, Lamont is there. Unique Gordon back up strong and putting it in.
Jamaica just a little too big for the Guyana team. Eiffel tried her best to get the rebound, but just was unable to corral it.
11-point lead, 37-26, 6:42 to play. Eiffel to Jacobs. The C's part, she goes to the rack, puts it up, and draws the foul. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be on number 13, Unique Gordon.
These Guyana players, starters playing a heavy minutes. Remember, McKenzie played 39 last night.
I get tired after watching basketball for 39 minutes. I can't imagine playing 39. We mentioned somebody in the overtime game played 45. Free throw by Jacobs is no good.
It's such a luxury when you can rest your star players and still win a game.
Kind of break glass only in case of emergency. Both free throws miss, and now a 3 on the way by Miriam McKenzie, and she hits. Down to an 8-point lead, 37-29. Pass inside to Unique Gordon. She finishes.
Look for Jamaica to pound the ball inside, as Eiffel is out the game and there's really no presence inside the post.
McKenzie giving it up to Jacobs. She drives, bowls over the defender, and a foul called. I believe that's going to be on, is that Unique Gordon? No, that is Rashida Akins.
Akins thought she was set. Referee said she was turned to the side a little bit, therefore giving her the blocking foul.
I thought perhaps she was set as well. That's one of those, if it goes for you, you love the call. If it goes against you, you hate it.
I never liked taking offensive charges. You never know if you would get the call, but the pain was still the same.
It's a unique perspective. And now a tie-up. Ball is going to go the other way. Possession arrow to Jamaica, so
Guyana really hasn't put a good quarter together yet, but they're still in this game.
Somehow they find themselves down only 10. Let's see if Jamaica does what you anticipated they would try by pounding it inside on this possession. They've got some size out there right now with LaDonna Lamont, Unique Gordon. Simone Jackson's got some size.
LaDonna Lamont is just moving defenders down there in the post.
They've got Unique Gordon down there, but the 2-3 zone is making it difficult. Now Jackson from the outside, that's no good. Rebound taken by Akins. She goes back up.
That was beautiful ball movement by the Jamaican team as the ball started on the left side. 4 players on the perimeter touched it, was able to get a wide open shot and an easy rebound for the foul.
Foul is on Nicola Jacobs. That's her second. Akins to the free throw line. Rattles front iron, back iron, up and out.
And it won't show up on the stat sheet, but the way the Jamaican team just moved the ball was the reason why Akins was able to get the offensive rebound.
Second free throw is up and in, and it's back to an 11-point lead for Jamaica, 40-29. 5:23 to play, third quarter. Don't forget, we've got another game coming up here tonight as Barbados takes on the British Virgin Islands. Now another scrum on the floor.
And Coach Eastman is getting on Tarita Gordon, and she went behind her back for the assist. My college coach, I played at the University of Southeast Missouri, Ron Schumit, always told us, gave us the KISS rule. Keep it simple, stupid.
That applies to a lot of different things in a lot of different sports. Foul was on Rodney, and now a double foul on Sonia Rodney and LaDonna Lamont as they were tied up. And that is the 5th foul on Sonia Rodney for Guyana. And she will exit this game with 5:11 to play in the third quarter.
And that hurts this Guyana team, as Rodney is probably the primarily ball handler for this Guyana team.
Jackson to inbound. She gets it in. Shot's no good. Gordon, the long rebound, and Jamaica will reset. 10 to shoot. Tarita Gordon left wing, picked up by McKenzie. Now she drives out to Akins, moves baseline. 2 to shoot. Tarita Gordon, the floater. That's no good.
She loves that floater shot.
Lewis, wild hook shot. As she was falling back to her right.
Lewis just quite haven't been able to get off tonight, as she's still struggling, as she only has 1 point for the contest. She was the leading scorer last night.
40-29 in favor of Jamaica. 4.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Tarita Gordon between the rings. Now they get Unique Gordon in the post. Her shot is up and off the side of the rim, no good, but she does draw the foul. Foul's going to be on number 7, Keen Andrews.
And as a coach, it just makes sense. When you have Gordon at least 3 inches over the next tallest defender, you got to give her the ball inside.
And you've got a couple of people in there with a size advantage. And Danielle Johnson coming in as well to give them even more size. Actually, Timothy Eatman sitting her down, saying, nah, maybe not yet.
I think he heard you talking about the size. Took out the taller and then brought in Larita Gordon, who's one of the shorter players for this Jamaican team.
So now they're going a little bit smaller. As Akins sits down. (41-29) Jamaica. 4:18 to play, third quarter. McKenzie just about gives it up. Lewis on the drive, the hanger off the side of the backboard, no good. And now Jamaica running. Tarita Gordon throws it up off the side of the rim, draws the foul. I believe that's going to be on McKenzie.
Coach Eatman not giving this guy in a team any chance, as he's going to push the ball every chance he gets.
That is the third foul on Miriam McKenzie.
You know, this guy in a team is only going about 8 deep. And it's kind of hard when you have a team that really loves to push the ball, as this Jamaican team is doing.
Tamika Joseph DeRouche in for Guyana, as Tarita Gordon misses the free throw.
As you can see, Coach Eatman is rotating his players very often, keeping them fresh on the floor.
Byfield and Akins getting set to check back in. Second free throw, no good, but the rebound had a good look for the putback. That did not go. And a foul called against Jamaica on LaDonna Lamont. So Byfield and Akins back in for Jamaica, as Coach Eatman continues his regular short bursts from his players. They're going to get more tired running back and forth from the bench to the sub chairs as they are on the court. And McKenzie with 3 fouls. She's got to start to be a little bit careful now, because if she gets her 4th foul, she's going to have to sit for a while, and she's really the only one doing anything for Guyana.
A lot of what you do in basketball is your legs, and if you're fatigued and doesn't have that energy, a lot of your shots are going to be short.
And then you start to reach on the defensive end. McKenzie's shot is no good, and then a tie-up on the rebound. Possession arrow to Guyana. Still 41-29. It's been this score for quite a while now. Trying to get Andrews on the block. She stumbles her way through the lane and gives it up. Rita Gordon with the steal. She's going to take it coast to coast. Won't hit, though. McKenzie with the rebound. Long pass up ahead to Keen Andrews. She lays it in with the right hand, and it's back to a 10-point lead for Jamaica, 41-31. A little bit of cherry picking there.
Andrews never left the other end of the floor.
Pass inside. Tried to get the pass across to Byfield, but it got caught up in the net, and Guyana comes away with it. Now at the other end, McKenzie goes up over Jackson and draws the foul.
McKenzie has to be in some great shape as she continues to push the ball.
Second foul on Simone Jackson.
know the Guyana players are probably saying, go easy on us, coach, as every 2 minutes they're seeing a new defender in front of their face. Coach Eatman gets them in and out very quick.
And now a timeout called. I believe Guyana called a timeout. So we will step away. 41-31, third period of action in the CBC Women's 2015 Championships. Glad you can join us. Craig Fada, Cal White, at the Multi-Sports Complex in Roadtown on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands for the 2015 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Women's Championships. The men start next week.
Got a lot of basketball left. A lot of good games.
Free throw by McKenzie is up and good. It's back to a 9-point lead now, 41-32. Second free throw short. Rebound. Pulled out of there by Unique Gordon. And Jamaica's running.
It's weird because I've looked up on the scoreboard several times and expected this Guyana team to be down 20 points. But they're still in the game in third quarter.
And now a foul called against Keen Andrews on the quick move by Danielle Johnson. The foul was called before the tie-up. Now Larita Gordon back in for Jamaica. Jackson sitting down. McKenzie finally getting a rest.
Well-deserved rest, too.
Actually, she's not getting a rest. She's just going over and talking with Julian Haynes. Free throw misses.
I think McKenzie's in spectacular shape as she seems to still be going at full speed well into the third quarter.
Both free throws off. Now Guyana can cut it to 7. Shot up off the glass is no good. A one-shot possession for Guyana. And Jamaica. Numbers. Number no good. And Johnson gets it back. She fights her way up to the rack and lays it in with the right hand.
Great hustle play by Johnson as she lost the ball, was able to get it back for the easy deuce.
Good hands, too, because that ball was kind of popping around in there, and she was able to corral it. Back up to 11. That's the rebound. She drives in against Unique Gordon. Defense by Gordon just too good, and she comes away with it. Here comes Rita Gordon.
And again, the Jamaica team just looked like they're a step faster than the Guyana players.
Well, when you're rotating 10 of your 12 players, Guyana is really only playing 8 deep. Tend to be a step faster. McKenzie misses with the left-hand scoop layup. Here comes Jamaica running again.
That's one way to stop a fast break. Rita Gordon able to beat all the Guyana defenders down the floor. That's one way to get easy baskets.
That's the second cherry picking bucket that Guyana has. Shot clock is off, game clock at 18. Jamaica a 48-44 lead.
Guyana now in a zone. They're trying to conserve some of their energy against this Jamaica team.
Welcome back to the Multi-Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola on the gorgeous British Virgin Islands. Glad you can be with us here in the building or watching around the Caribbean and around the world. My partner Cal White's got a look at third quarter stats.
Rita Gordon leading all scorers with 18 points as she has more than doubled her outing from last night. She's feeling it right now.
Miriam McKenzie has 17 for Guyana. She's trying to keep her team in this, but Jamaica has ballooned it to a 17-point lead. They outscored Guyana 17-10 in that third quarter. Guyana comes up with a defensive stop on the first possession of this fourth quarter. McKenzie stumbling, finds her way to the right ring, now baseline, gives it up to Andrews. Andrews loses the handle, pass up ahead to Rita Gordon.
McKenzie's trying her best. She's played all 30 minutes of this game so far.
Guyana's just getting tired. Outgunned and outrun.
Coach Eatman still subbing in his players as some of the Guyana players are looking at the bench as if to say, Coach, sub me.
Please.
Jamaica able to get a lot of those loose balls that Guyanas are not able to get. Kenzie able to get to the basket. I just don't think she has that explosion through her legs to finish some of those buckets. When Tarika Gordon I'm going to have to call Tarita Gordon Flash Gordon, because as soon as she gets that ball, she's off to the races.
Starting to get into their bench, but maybe a little too late.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just so exhausted. Screen by Isa. Lewis loses the handle, but a foul.
Alfonso clocking just 2 minutes in this game.
Fouls on Simone Jackson. That's her third. 7.5 minutes to play in the game. Jamaica leading 53-34. Lewis driving from the left wing, cut off the baseline, spinning. An offensive foul. She tried to make the turn.
I thought it was a good physical spin move. And Danielle Johnson stepped over the inbound line and thought the referee didn't see it. She tried to get back quick, but he saw her. Once you cross that line, it's a violation.
Gordon to Gordon. And Marino with a
and Jamaica running away with this one now as the exhausted Guyana team just has no legs under it.
And after being in the game for the most part of it, less than 10 points, Jamaica has now opened the lead up pretty wide. Craig, it was only a matter of time before this Guyana team was going to run out of gas.
I think so, but McKenzie with a nice drive. That won't fall in, though.
She's missed quite a few of those. A little sloppy play in the last 2 minutes of this game. Lewis was able to wrap the ball out. Don't know if you heard her, but she was calling for a timeout. Only coaches can call timeouts in FIBA basketball. Flash Gordon on the top of the key. She penetrates, another floater. No good. Lamont with the putback. No good. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie up the middle of the floor. And comes out a little loose with a three. And these Guyana players just don't have any legs underneath them. But we're seeing a lot of shots are short. Beautiful. Beautiful possession by Jamaica as Flash Gordon was able to penetrate on top, was able to kick for the jumper by Atkins.
Jamaica starting off the fourth quarter on an 8-0 run, 59-34. We're back in a minute at the Multisports Complex in Road Town. .5:21 to play in the fourth quarter. Jamaica pitching a shutout so far in the fourth quarter. Guyana has not scored. The fourth quarter started 51-34. It is now 59-34. And we've talked about it all game long, Cal, that Guyana not playing with a very deep bench. They've just now started to make some substitutions. They're just gassed.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you're asking your starters to play heavy minutes, especially against a team like Jamaica that tries to push the ball every chance they have.
Andrews, the baseline jumper, that's no good. Rebound to the Jamaicans. I believe that was Akins that pulled it down.
And here comes Flash Gordon.
Tarita Gordon with the left-hand layup and in. Now a 19-point lead. I believe it should be 61-34. I thought it was.
Special good night to Simone Jackson, the Jamaican Hurricane, former coach that coached this Jamaican team last year. They're looking to try to get back in the championship game again for the 2015 CBC Championships. Looking pretty good so far.
So a 27-point lead for Jamaica, 61-34, 4:39 to play. Larita Gordon, hounded by Lewis, now left side to Akins, back to Larita Gordon. She kicks it right side, jumper is no good, rebound McKenzie. Now right side, Tanika Alfonso. Shot is no good, and even with a 27-point lead, Timothy Eatman is telling his team to run. You think he's kind of using this as a training tool as well, getting them used to pushing on every single possession.
We know from their Jamaican track star, Usain Bolt, that they have a lot of fast athletes down in Jamaica, and it's quite showing here on the basketball court.
63-34. Now a three on the way by McKenzie. No good, but she draws the foul on Tarita Gordon, and Miriam McKenzie will go to the free throw line. Now Danielle Johnson getting up to check in. She will replace Akins. DeRouche in for Guyana. McKenzie to the free throw line. She is doing absolutely everything she can, but at this point, to say it's an uphill climb is a bit of an understatement.
Yeah. You know, in a lot of these tournaments, you see a lot of national teams bringing in outside coaches, which is not a bad thing. It's good to see that Jamaica tries to keep it local. They usually hire local coaches to coach their national teams.
McKenzie hits 1 of 3 to give Guyana its only point of the fourth quarter so far. 6.5 minutes elapsed. They've scored 1 point.
And there she goes again, Flash Gordon, trying to get to the bucket. There's a saying by Nike, speed kills. She's definitely showing that tonight. And again, Gordon, as you said, a lot of players, you see them usually have routine. I know when I played, I would usually bounce the ball twice and spin it before I shoot. As soon as the referee hands Gordon the ball, it's up and out.
Now a nice drive to Roosh won't go. Ball out of bounds. It's going to be to Guyana. Jeline Eiffel back in.
Guyana trying to inbound the ball before the substitution was off the court, trying to maybe sneak 6 players on there.
Long inbound pass to Lewis. Gets the screen by McKenzie. Now the screen by Eiffel. Tied up. Throws up the shot and in. Tough shot by Marissa Lewis. 64-37.
Lewis finally getting the one to go, as she definitely didn't have a good game. Definitely struggled tonight.
Now a turnover by the Jamaicans. Dell comes in. Larita Gordon sits down.
And coach has been subbing the players so fast that I thought that this was Dell's first time in the game.
Oh no.
But she's already logged 4 minutes.
Yeah, she played quite a bit at the end of the first half. Ball out of bounds will stay with Guyana. Akins getting set to check back in. Lewis around the screen by Eiffel. 5 to shoot. Lewis loses the handle, throws it back in, and Jamaica has it. Breakaway now for Althea Byfield. She goes up and lays it in.
One thing to keep in mind in FIBA basketball, a lot of people watching the game might ask, well, what did the coach get to gain from blowing the team out with 2 minutes left? The rules in FIBA is with a tie, they go to the points differential.
Yep.
So coaches try to run the score up as much as they can.
Eiffel corrals the loose ball. Her baseline jumper won't go. And again, Eatman exhorting his team to run, and a nice feed underneath to Byfield, and she finishes.
Beautiful pass by Dell, as I thought she lost the ball, but she meant to do that.
68-37, Jamaica blowing out Guyana. And the bench for Jamaica still chanting defense. Now a 3 on the way from McKenzie, that's good.
McKenzie tried her best, she just didn't have any help tonight.
Now Tarita Gordon sitting down. You have to wonder if this is her exit from this game for good.
Scoring table telling the coach that he only has 1 timeout left.
Right, you can't go into the final 2 minutes with 3 timeouts. Now the baseline jumper, no good by Akins, but corralled on the opposite side by Byfield. Jamaica looking like they're starting to call off the attack dogs a little bit. Dell around the screen by Lamont. Now the outside jumper, nothing but net for Althea Byfield.
That's one of those weird rules in FIBA, one of the new rules. If you have 3 timeouts, you're penalized for not using your timeout.
In the NBA, they get converted to 20-second timeouts.
Let's go. Get a stop. Get a stop.
At least you don't lose it, though.
With a minute left, the bench is still shouting, get a stop, as they don't plan on letting up on this Guyana team till the final buzzer rings.
And they just about got the stop. They knocked it out of bounds. Akins on the defense.
Again, in the case of a tie, they go to the point differential. So that's why you've probably seen this Jamaica team trying to run the score up.
Now a whistle away from the ball. One of the things in the league that I work for in the U.S., point differential was one of the tiebreakers, but next year it's going to be changed from point differential just to defensive points allowed. That's going to encourage teams to play better defense down the stretch rather than encourage teams to try to run it up.
Great rule. I'm all in favor for that rule.
Now McKenzie, 5 to shoot, launches a 3. That's good. Miriam McKenzie just will not quit. 70-43, she gets the steal. Ahead to Lewis, she lets the defender by, but she traveled before she got the shot up. 31.3 to play, Jamaica up 70-43.
If you just walked in the game, you would think it was a tie ball game the way these two teams are playing, as they're going to the final buzzer.
Well, and I think that says something for Guyana, too. They have not given up, especially Miriam McKenzie. Shot clock at 10, game clock at 18. Akins feeding Danielle Johnson in the post. She loses it, tumbles out of bounds, and it's going to be Guyana ball. Shot clock will be off. Only 13.1 to play. The Jamaica bench saying no fouls, no fouls. Don't think it's going to be a problem. Miriam McKenzie from about 30 feet, no good. Jamaica the rebound, and they are going to hold. And that's how the score is going to end. 70-43 in favor of Jamaica.
Wonderful showing by this Jamaica team, as they was able to just wear down the short-sided bench of Guyana.
How about the defense of Jamaica? In 3 of the 4 quarters, they gave up 10 or fewer points, and including this 4th quarter, they only gave up 9 points.
This Jamaica team is going to be tough to beat in this tournament, as they have a deep, deep bench. They can go 10 deep, probably even 12 deep if the coach needs to.
Well, they sure showed they can play with a lot of bodies tonight. Final score in this Group B game between Jamaica and Guyana. Final score 70-43 in favor of the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans go to 2-0 after beating Barbados last night. Guyana falls to 0-2. They fell to the BVI last night, 64-61. Coming up in roughly about, well, they're saying 22 minutes on the clock, but they've got to give them a little more time than that. They're trying for a 9 o'clock tip-off between our next two opponents, Barbados and the British Virgin Islands. So we're going to step away. When we come back, we will have the fourth and final game of the day between Barbados and the British Virgin Islands. For my partner, Cal White, I'm Craig Fada saying so long for now from the Multisports Complex in Tortola, in Roadtown on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. We're back in about 20 minutes. Hope you join us for CBC Tortola 2015.